do the bum part, Tim. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh, we're all out of sync. Dang it. Oh, wait, no, that's not my part. Dang it, I can't keep track.
Tim, do the head thing.
StreamYard's is having issues, obviously. Because we couldn't upload the fancy thing, the intro.
I'm freezing, too.
And we lost our guest. We don't know where our guest is. He's completely disappeared.
Kris, where are you?
Kris! In the interim, welcome everybody to the Elusive Exclusive Book Society. I'm sorry what we were doing there for a second. What we were called. This has been a week of just shambolic, disastrous.
It really has. What is going on?
I don't know what's going on. But we're here. We're all here for it. Yeah. I got my double rye. Because we are discussing a working man's book.
Oh, gosh.
Or so it says.
It is. This is working class literature here. Look at that. All of these Stark House pressings.
Mm-hmm. A
I
Stark
accidentally
House
bought
noir
2 of them.
classic.
So if anybody wants one, you can come to my house and get it.
Why didn't you send it to somebody?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about it.
I got my email open. Hopefully, Kris, maybe he's asleep. Where is he?
No.
Our guest is supposed to be Kris, the speculative reader.
He probably showed up in the chat room before, or in the behind the green room before, and saw what was going on and was like, I'm making an executive decision.
Closed it out. You closed it out before I added him to the
I got
stage.
a brand to maintain here.
All right, look at that. Look at everyone's comments. Love the white meter shirt, Jake. Jake, why are you wearing that shirt?
Because that's what I felt like reading this entire book. I'm like, this is like the whitest trash love story possible.
That's Tim's joke. What did you say, Tim? What did you call it?
I said it was like a white trash soap opera.
No.
I mean, you're not wrong. How sleazy is this going to be?
Okay, so here's the thing. If you guys watched Jake's last live stream, where he read
Not recommended.
Our good friend John Chapman, that story is going to be 10 times, nay, possibly 50 times sleazier than this actual book.
No, just 3 times sleazier on the kitchen counter.
No, okay.
Kris light the cigarette. No, I don't like the taste. I don't like the smell. They're icky.
Why do you have so many cigarettes then?
Because they come in a pack.
It'll ruin all those beautiful books behind you.
I don't know. Yeah.
You want to be like Austin. What was he smoking? A cigar?
Oh,
I don't know. Yeah,
he's like, why are my books all yellow?
He's calling you out, Austin. He's slandering the pipe.
Man, I'm all fuzzy. I see on the other screen. I look bad.
Well,
there's something wrong with my connection, so I might be a little freezy today.
You sound okay, so that's.
I was gonna say your voice is coming through fine.
That's why people watch you.
For my voice.
For your voice, it's not
for my face.
It's not a visual thing like for me and Tim. For all of our. Tim, I always turn the volume off when I watch Tim stuff.
Oh no! Good start.
Yeah.
So which one of you 3 is the sleaze expert? Are you talking about books or just in general?
That's pretty
Not
good.
me. That's all I'm going to say. Not me.
All right.
Glock 6 says everyone in Ohio looks fuzzy.
All right. So far, this is my favorite. All right. So, well, damn it. I don't want to get started without Kris. Where is he?
Check your email. Has he emailed you?
I got nothing.
Kris. Well, I hope he's all right. And hopefully he's just like, oh, yeah, I was supposed to do that thing. Look at this. Look at the chat. Everybody's wanting you to sleaze it up. Let's go. Let's sleaze it up. Kris can jump in. Kris can jump in when he gets here.
So is it sleaze or does it promise without delivering? It's sleazy. I mean, it's sleazy not just in the sexual sense.
Yeah.
It's just sleazy in general.
It's gritty. That's a good description, I'd say. It's gritty.
Well, do we want to, here's the thing. Let me ask you, let me posit a question to you gentlemen. Is there anything that happens in this story that is not either in reference to or actively participating in objectifying a woman, having sex, trying to rape someone, smoking, or at a bar, or looking at a nudie mag? Maybe one scene, one scene at the end.
You forgot.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Oh, yeah.
Plotting to off someone doesn't really, but
yeah, fighting and murder.
Mm.
Said, there is a scene where someone talks about offing someone while they're having sex. So
it's gonna be a good stream, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jake slow read some passages.
There we go. Yeah.
I could.
But you have to do it in your Jimmy voice, though.
There you go. Well, yeah. Andrea wants me to define sleaze again.
She's gonna put it on some list or spreadsheet somewhere. She loves definitions and lists.
Well, we're not going to define it. We're just gonna talk about it, and then you can put the pieces together.
That's it. Let people draw their own conclusions.
Yeah, this will show you what sleaze is.
Let's do it. Let's go. Take it away. Let's do it.
All right. So, The Wayward Girl by Orrie Hitt.
Oh yeah. So as you can see, we got the Stark House reprint here. There's 2 stories. And we read The Widow. I had to double check to make sure Tim was reading the right story. Because he was like, "This sucks." And I was like, "Are we reading the same book?"
That wasn't what I said, but that's accurate.
He did. He kept texting us, "Ew, guys, there's boobs in this."
He said, "This is icky."
Ew.
All right. So The Widow was written by Orrie Hitt, who's known as the Shakespeare of Sleaze. The freaking Shakespeare of Sleaze, people.
There he is.
Is that what they call him?
That's
and he is
it. So on the back, one of the quotations is from Michael Hemington in the article Orrie Hitt, the Shabby Shakespeare. So, that's accurate.
And so this guy is like, you think that he's like from that picture, he's just some creepy dude living alone in a crappy apartment wearing Jake's outfit there. But he's actually not. He was a married man. He had a family, and he was a very wholesome life.
Well, all it says in the back is it says he just sat in front of the kitchen table for hours on end, chain smoking and writing. Yeah, so enjoy that secondhand lung cancer, kids.
They didn't know back then. You can't judge them for that.
That's true.
So this what Sleaze Pier?
No, Return of Austin's there.
Looks like a seat sniffer. I like that. Was Tim carded before he read?
Oh my gosh, bite me, Jeff.
You guys are getting Tim's Halo dirty.
Yeah.
So this was written in 1959. It has it stars the protagonist, who is Jerry Rebner, and he has just quit his construction job after getting in a fist fight with his boss.
Mhm.
I love the beginning. I'm right there. I'm right off the bat. I'm like, this is it. This is where I'm supposed to be.
That's all it takes, huh?
These are my
Oh,
people.
yeah.
Nope.
He's like, screw this. Just quit my job, punch the boss.
Quits job, punches boss. Nick's like, I love this man.
I did, yes. I was hooked.
I would die for this man.
First paragraph. I'm in. It's trashy as all get out. And so he's on his way back to the it's not a hotel. What do you call it? A boarding house?
Flop house, isn't it?
What's a flop house?
It's where workers can they just pay like a little amount of money to just collectively
Flop.
flunk at some house.
They collectively flop.
Yeah, they collect. Yeah.
Workers, yeah. So I have boarding house. I don't know if that's the right term either. Basically, it's just a bunch of little cabins on this land, and then there's the main house where they eat dinner. There's like a little restaurant there.
Yeah.
So he's going back there to get his stuff, and he's hitting town. He's leaving, but as he's walking up, there's this curvy lady in tiny shorts.
Doing laundry.
Doing her laundry. She's got
hanging up some you know what.
her shirt unbuttoned. That would be her see-through panties. You know what? It tells you what it is, brother.
I know. I was doing it for the chat. We got kids in the chat. That's what I was saying.
Oh, sorry. What kids are in the chat? Mark.
Keith. I think Keith's only 14. Tell zero Keith. Just a little fellow.
So, little Keith. Doig's gonna doig. That's been in my head like ever since the Gothic stream. A doig's gonna doig. It just keeps bouncing around.
He's gonna learn today. No, 5 more minutes. He's gonna go back to playing Fortnite.
All right. Let me make sure Kris isn't down there like waving at me. Still no. Okay. So he walks up and there's this hot lady, and he's like, "Well, you know what? Maybe I can stick around for a while." He has a conversation with her, and her name is Linda. She just got there with her husband Frank, who is the son of the owner of the Dell. That's the name of the boarding house place. The woman's name is Mrs. Sprague.
Yep.
It didn't give her a full name.
No relation to DeCamp.
I don't think it matters. What? Kris is interrupting me? What does this mean?
Because you said, I hope Kris isn't down there waving at me.
Oh, I gotcha. Anyway. So so he's like meets this woman and they're like flirting and stuff. So he's like, oh, well, maybe I can hang around, because this woman alludes that she doesn't like her mechanic hot rod husband.
Yeah,
and that she would like
flirty.
And she would like some attention from this Jerry Rebner. She's kind of, hinting that there's more, that there's some action going on underneath these little shorts for Jerry.
Tim, when he says that, what he's referring to is, I'll text it to you. Hold on. Keep going.
Okay. So instead of leaving town, he's like, well, I see this opportunity here. I'm going to go ahead and stick around, and takes a job on at the boarding house doing dishes and cleaning.
For a measly $40 a week.
Yeah.
And he said, I think, what does he say? He was making like 200 or something like that.
Yeah.
With the backhoe, yeah. Or the shovel, whatever.
Yeah, he's like a professional construction worker. And he's like, I'll just wash some dishes. Like, that's how bad he wants this. That's how bad he wants Linda.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he also has to run all the errands, and he has to go to town and pick up some girl named Norma Sparks, who is the daughter of his old boss that he punched.
Mm-hmm.
It's sleazy, people. It's sleazy. He stops at the bar and he starts pounding double rise. There you go. Yeah, so he's
man loves his double rise.
Yeah, he's chugging whiskey through this
like
whole
5
thing.
at a time. And then like, I guess I'll have some beers. Should we get some beers?
Yeah, he's this is like some realistic alcoholic stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I punched your dad.
That
I don't even think he apologizes. That's how sleazy.
that conversation kind of like, does that conversation ever happen? I can't remember.
Yeah, he does say like, "Oh, I punched her." And she's like, "Oh," and says she was a little bit standoffish for a minute, and then he was mad at her because she was standoffish. Then there's like, "Well, since we're out, let's go get beers."
Yeah.
Hold on, Kris just messaged me.
Oh,
He said it's his 10 a.m. What are you talking about?
remind him that he lives on the other side of the world. Let's all watch. Everybody watch him.
Absolutely riveting.
I know, this
Okay.
is good entertainment. This is what you want to be doing on your Saturday nights.
All right, anyway. What are we laughing at? What did I miss? Who's pounding who? It's double riot, double... Kris, you don't know anything, do you?
What?
Kris is constantly like, what's going on? What's this? Who's that? Who's that person?
Rye bread?
Rye
Bread? Are they at a Jewish deli?
Okay. So where are we at? Oh, we're going to pick up Norma. He's
Yes.
pounding shots.
Mm-hmm.
And Norma is also a babe.
Yeah, because of course.
She wants to go to the bar immediately. She doesn't want to go back to the boarding house. She's like, well, do you mind if we just go pop in the bar real fast? And then they drink a bunch.
She's keeping up with him too.
Yeah. And then Norma disappears for a while. And we're back with Linda, who's hanging out in her super low-cut one-piece bathing suit.
Mm-hmm.
She's smoking cigarettes and talking trash about her loser husband, who is off drunk driving somewhere.
Frank, yeah, and a stupid hot rod.
In his souped-up hot rod, yeah.
All her husband cares about is his hot rod, and doesn't give her any attention.
Yeah,
and he's an alcoholic too.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't.
Who
work.
isn't?
Everyone in this story is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Sorry. All right. I was double checking. So I don't know. What do you guys? Where are we at here? How are you guys feeling so far? Let's just say, how are you feeling when we're at the bar with Norma, the second lady to come into the story?
Well, I thought what a coincidence. Both of the women in this book are smoking hot babes that he immediately wants, and he'll do anything to get them. But I guess that's par for the course with this genre. I don't know. I've never read into this genre before, so I guess that's par for the course. But I assumed at this point there was like something more. There was going to be more plot to this than just some guy bouncing around to different bars and getting with chicks. Andrea, why you got to set me up?
He kept texting us too. Women are more than meat.
Yeah, that's what Tim said.
Yeah.
So were you enjoying it is the question, Tim?
I was very lukewarm on it at this point. Because I was I know there's got to be something more coming, but I was like, okay, I'm just going to stick with it for now. I will say the writing is super fast paced, super easy to read. He's got that, very stripped down workman-like prose, the
very dialogue heavy.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. It's dialogue heavy, but the dialogue goes fast like that. It's very punchy. So
it's extremely hard boiled.
Oh yeah.
Like you're almost like, what did they just say?
Yeah.
Like, what did you think, Jake? Were you into it?
Yeah, I was into it. It just started, so I was definitely into it. What they did pretty early on to, and Orrie was smart about this, was he had mentioned how, and it fleshed out a little bit later, in like some not flashbacks but just retellings that the main character, the viewpoint character, had been married before, and his wife he'd been happily married, blue collar American dream, but his wife tragically died in a car accident. And so that's kind of sent his life, his life down this spiral where he's just living from traveling the country paycheck to paycheck, makes enough money to move to a different city and drinks his way until he gets broke and needs another job. Just a wandering trash, I guess. So no, I was definitely invested in it.
I think, I thought the setting, like I could just picture it like out in the middle of nowhere. Do they say where they're at? What state they're in?
I want to say it's like somewhere on the East Coast, but I could be wrong about that because I want to say they mentioned New York at some point, but I might be wrong.
No, Norma flew in from New York.
Yeah, she flew in.
Is that what it was? Okay, then I don't know.
I thought it was something like they were in Oklahoma or something.
That's
just kind of what I pictured, just like a kind of a barren wasteland. Not wasteland, but
just nothing of.
Oh, here we go. It says here this the traffic had stopped using this part of Route 6 and was detouring through Monticello. Monticello, thank you. So I don't know where that is, but that's all we get.
Belfast. So it's very like a black and white noir movie. Like that's what you picture. Like everyone is sweaty. It's always hot, very humid. Everyone's dressed like Jake is.
Virginia. I should know that. Monticello's in Virginia.
Oh, okay. So so it's down south. So I loved it. I loved the whole atmosphere, the whole beginning. I was so in. I mean, I was in for the whole thing, but whatever. So let's see. He's talking to. We're back with Linda. She's in her bathing suit, and
this is where we get the first instance of a very important plot point because Mrs. Sprague mentions that she has to go fix her sump pump in the basement.
Oh yes, yeah. She's constantly fixing that sump pump. And she's an old bag. Yep.
And in a rare moment of niceness from our protagonist Jerry, he's like, "Why don't I just go check it?" And she's like, "No. You don't know how this thing works. I'm the only one who knows how to work this sump pump. You stay up here and do your job. I'm going to go do mine." And she refuses to let anyone else go down those stairs and fix that sump pump.
But does comment, "Boy, these steps sure are steep." That'll be important later.
The stairs are treacherous.
If either the Check Your Shelf guys are in the chat, it's Chekhov's staircase.
Okay.
But we do learn that the swimsuit, like every other swimsuit in this story, is ill-fitting.
Yeah, it's constantly slipping off. Yeah.
After a while, I'll just stop trying to pull it, up. It's these jugs are pulling it down, and I can't help it.
Yeah, it's cut. I think it's cut equally at the front and the back. Like, so it says it goes all the way to the bottom on both sides. So I couldn't help but picturing like Vampirella. Like she's dressed in a black Vampirella one piece. And she has a problem. Her cabin it's just too hot. That darn window won't open. And
only someone big and strong could open this window for me.
And her loser husband won't open the window. So what's Jerry gonna do? He's gonna offer his services.
Yeah, he is.
Cue the saxophone music.
Yeah, he's offering those services.
She doesn't have to go with him, but she walks him to the cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, he gets that window open. And then 5 seconds later, we have our first scene, our first blackout scene, because there's no graphic sex scenes.
No, it all fades to black.
Yeah, so they just go right for it. Just some kissing and fade to black.
Look at Keith. He's so innocent. He just doesn't understand what we're talking about. He's just such a sweet boy.
Poor Keith. Oh man, I missed a lot here. Yeah, I don't know. Do you want me to? What does that say? Open your jam jar. Oh, got it. Yes, please. All the sexual innuendos you guys can think of, let's hear them.
Yeah.
There's a premarital smooching.
There is. There's a lot of premarital smooching.
Well, I mean,
exmarital smooching. Yeah.
All right. Best host ever. Thank you. Thank you. Because I didn't want to flip through the comments and highlight them.
Like, bah. I have to do this with my finger.
See, I'm not the only one who doesn't do it.
The problem is I also have to talk, but if I stop and look at all the comments, then I got to sit there and read them.
You don't have to talk. Kick it over to Tim. That's why we pay him so much.
All right, Tim, you take over. I'm going to look at these.
Oh,
comments.
no. Okay. So, yeah, we have our first fade to black scene.
Before you go, Best Innuendo gets my spare copy of Widow and the Wayward Girl.
Oh, gosh. So,
this
Mark
is
wants to know what I'm drinking. It's just more more birch beer.
More hooch. He's
More
drinking
hooch.
hooch.
It's more hooch.
The hooch.
Yeah. So we get our first fade to black scene, and afterwards, what does he have to do? He has to. Jerry has to leave to go get something from the store, and on his way back, he sees a bunch of police officers surrounding this one spot on the side of the road. And he pulls over. He's like, what's going on? And he sees that it's a very familiar hot rod that's smashed into a ditch off the side of the road. And the cops are like, yeah, the guy inside died instantly. And he's like, I didn't even have to guess who it was. I knew that Linda's husband was in there and he died instantly. And so now he just goes home or goes back to the Dell, the boarding house. He just sits down in the kitchen. And he doesn't tell anybody. He just sits there, cracks open another couple beers, downs another couple beers.
You just skipped like so much stuff.
Did I? What happened before that?
Well, first off, we got Linda having to work in the restaurant in her tight pink waitress outfit.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
It doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And then while they're doing that,
That's cheating.
and then while they're while she's got her little outfit on, the guy from the oil company comes in.
Oh, that's right. Okay, that's also very important. I'm sorry.
And the oil company wants to set up a gas station or whatever. This is the only place that they can do it because they're building a highway. Mm-hmm. So he wants to offer Mrs. Sprague $50,000.
Mm-hmm. And that's $50,000 1959 money.
So she doesn't want to. This is all she's got. And so that's the part that sets up the later aspects.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be hard to decide a winner.
Right.
So this is where Linda first hints that maybe she'll fall down those stairs. And she's already given Jerry a piece. So she knows she's kind of got a sucker on the line. Stirring the clam chowder.
Ew.
Oh, they've been going, damn it. See?
They were going innuendos, I know.
The horizontal trust fall. I like that. That's different.
You see Kris cheating. Liminal space is cheating.
What is he paying for it?
He's paying for it.
My innuendo is best.
Rearranging the furniture in her forbidden guest room.
That's trying too hard. Come on.
I like that.
I like that. That's good.
The gas station wants to do some pumping.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
I'm not highlighting that, Austin. I don't know what that means.
The tuna fish can.
The gas company isn't the only thing drilling around these parts.
Oh,
I like the horizontal trust fall.
Horizontal trust fall is pretty good.
So there's money involved, and this is Jerry's kind of putting it together like, oh, this is why they came back. This is why loser husband and and Hot to Try Linda are back in town is because they know that the woman has been offered this money. So they want to be near it in case anything happens. So Jerry is like, hold on. Oh, yeah. So Jerry is fallen for Linda. And he's like, let's just run off together. We don't need the money. We don't need any of them. And Linda's like, you're out of your mind, dude. I've put in a lot of time to this terrible life. I want the money.
Well, at this point, too, Linda has gone from being they can't keep their hands off each other. They're like bunny rabbits sneaking away in the car, doing whatever, to all of a sudden she becomes ice cold and no, get away from me. Very serious. And
yeah, she's stringing them.
Yeah,
for sure. Now here's where Jerry gets the car and he goes out for the night.
Yeah.
And he, as he's pulling out, there's Norma standing there. She wants a ride to town. Because she doesn't want to stay at the boarding house. So Jerry's like, oh, come on, let's go. And this is where we have the conversation of why she doesn't want to stay at the boarding house. Is that, Jake, do you want to take it?
With Norma?
Yeah, why doesn't Norma want to stay with her dad at the boarding house?
Because she had just gotten into a fight with her father. Because Norma is a model in New York. And as it turns out, some models are painted in certain magazines in the nude.
Oh my gosh.
And her dad found out by all his coworkers being like, hey, this is your daughter.
Yeah.
So he's so ashamed. And just and so she's like, you're not my daughter, you're a slut. Calls her a slut.
Yeah.
And so she's like there to kind of like repair her relationship with her dad if she can, and to be like, Dad, it's totally cool, it's 1950, this is what we all do now, but her dad is not hearing it. Did I get it right?
Yes, that is right. She has posed for men's magazines that we like to talk about around here. But they're those are the sweat mags. Those are the dirty ones. So yeah, Norma has posed nude for these magazines. And so she's going to a hotel. But
wait, the first thing after she says that is our protagonist goes, I gotta get my hands on one of those.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's the thing. Like they say on the and this is a quote from that same guy, Michael Hemington. Even though the narrator is a drunken cad, we feel for him. And I was like, okay, well, at least this guy's going to be likable. He is not.
No, he's not.
Jerry is not a likable guy.
No, he's not.
Because we get this man's first person point of view throughout the whole book. And yeah, as soon as this girl opens up her her life to him and is like, yeah, my dad doesn't want anything to do with me anymore because I pose nude for magazines. His first thought is, I gotta get a hold of that magazine. I gotta see her.
Oh,
there we go.
Why are you guys in there so early? I thought it was at my 10 o'clock.
I don't know.
Well,
8 p.m. here.
Sleaze waits for no one, Chris.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. Well, sorry to keep you waiting.
Well, Chris, how's it going, man?
It's going. It's going.
Did you just wake up?
No, I've already had breakfast, but I thought I had a little more time.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. No, it's my fault, probably.
We're always messing up the times.
It's the hardship of being in a completely different time zone. Anyway.
No, Rob says it best right there, Nick. Fashionably late.
Fashionably.
Yep.
Well, I've never had the honor of sharing the screen with you guys. How you doing?
It is
doing good.
It is an honor, to be sure.
Chris, we are very sweaty. We're very scummy.
Working class. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
You're in full Orrie Hitt mode?
Yes.
Is that what you're telling me?
We just got done talking about nudie mags.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
we're at the part with Norma and her nudie mag.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So, Chris, what did you think of the beginning of the book?
What
The
did I think of
setup.
the What did
Yes.
I think of the setup?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I think having read Orrie Hitt before, I wasn't surprised at all because I felt like he kind of writes the same book over and over and over again. He just kind of changes the character names and the setting a little bit. But that beginning is, I don't know, kind of what he usually does.
It's interesting because, like I mentioned earlier, I have never read this kind of genre before.
Okay.
I'd never read Orrie Hitt before, obviously, and I find that interesting. It's like it seemed like, and Jake and Nick and I were talking about this right before we started this stream. There were authors like him who just they did this for a living, and they pumped out hundreds of books like this.
Yeah.
Like Nick, what did you say? He published like two. One of you said that he published 2 books a week or something like that.
A book every 2 weeks is what the back
A
says.
book every 2 weeks. That is ridiculous. That's pumping those out at a ridiculous rate. You go if you're in like the sci-fi fantasy world, that's Michael Moorcock putting out 3 sword and sorcery books every, what was it, like 8 or 9 days, like people back then, so many writers just pumped these out. And so, I think it's interesting that like a lot of these writers would take similar premises and like put a different twist on them in every new book, but it would be the same general setup. So that's really interesting.
I read The Promoter, and that was pretty different. That was more like a private detective kind of thing. Whereas this is definitely like a noir movie. Like it's like a normal guy getting sucked into this crime, usually by the femme fatale, which is exactly what happens here.
Yeah, it's a combination of pulp noir and sort of that softcore erotica of the 50s and 60s. It promises a lot of titillation, but what you end up getting is more darkness than sex, right?
Oh yeah,
just a lot of low cut swimsuits. Boring.
Tiny pink waitress outfits.
Well, the sex in the book really isn't, even romantic at all. It's not even joyful. It's all transactional.
Oh.
It's like the main character, Jerry, he looks at women completely in terms of their availability to him sexually, right? And he does that not only with Linda, but also Norma, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I say was it Linda?
Nope, you're right.
You got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we literally, right before you jumped on, we literally just said, when she confessed that she had posed nude for magazine, he was like, I got to get my hands on one of those.
Yeah, that's right. And, of course, in the end, he doesn't really need to, but it's the her husband is a real loser as well.
Yeah, everyone's terrible.
Yeah.
I've noticed that in a lot of these sleazes that it really does focus on the darkness of it. And in fact, even though he is like super horny and like looking at every woman and he wants it all, he ultimately feels really guilty too.
Yeah.
Like he's always talking to his dead wife.
He feels guilty, but only when it's too late.
Exactly. It doesn't stop him from doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is driven by a bad decision in this book, right?
100%.
And underneath it, is this instability of their economic situation, because everything in this book is sort of temporary, right? A temporary job, a roadside place. And I think that often happens in an Orrie Hitt book, right? There's no sense of any kind of permanence. It's all just very sort of tenuous.
Would you say it's a liminal space?
Oh. You're just trying to get Kris to toss us another $4.
I know somebody else who might think it's a liminal space.
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
That guy's wild.
Let's talk about the liminality of this. I'm like, no, it's just Alice through the Looking Glass. It's just a kid's book, Kris.
Jeff says that he likes to have a character with at least some degree of likability. So did you guys find any likability in any of these characters?
Yes, I did.
Really? Okay, who?
In the protagonist. Because I liked... No, he's a piece of trash. Absolutely, he's garbage. But when he kept Orrie did a great job with continuing, and it was usually that kind of PN clarity after he would be like talking to his wife and thinking about his wife and like, oh, Mary, what have I done? I saw that struggle. Is he a good person? No. He's garbage. But he's not a total psychopathic monster. He's like, he doesn't want to be the way he is. And so it did actually have me hooked. I did like him in a sense that I'm just like, I want this guy to make the right choice. I know he's not going to, but I want him to make. I'm invested in his struggle, so to speak.
Yeah, he was a real person for sure.
No. To answer your question, though, no.
Yeah, he knows he's the monster. Yep.
I will say after. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Kris.
No, you first.
I will say after. There's a certain scene we'll get to. After that, he lost all his likability, and I was just like, okay, we can put him under the prison.
Oh yeah, that was such a bummer.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Norma was likable.
Yeah, I guess.
In a way, she was kind of aspirational for him because he was attracted to her. He probably wanted her more secretly, but she was just kind of beyond his reach. So he went for Linda instead, maybe. She was more available to him, even though she was married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My problem with Norma is, I guess I just looked at it from the point of view of, oh, honey, don't try to, no. Why are you going out with this dude? No.
Yeah, she's naive for sure. She's young and naive. Yeah, you feel for her later on. That's for sure.
Yeah. That was a little bit of science fiction in there too, or maybe some unbelievability.
What, that she would want this dude?
No, that she's a Playboy centerfold virgin.
Oh, okay.
Really?
Well,
Okay.
Well, see, but Jake, now that's thinking exactly how the protagonist is thinking.
Maybe that's why I identify. Maybe I'm the monster. No.
That's it right here. Yeah. So yeah, Book Fiend Nick. I suppose the men who read these kind of books felt really guilty, and I think that that is part of these Sleaze books is they would write this guilt in there.
Well,
like it's almost like they were shaming the people who were buying the books.
Well, kind of like presented marriage as the sort of enemy institution, and it made me wonder how many times Orrie Hitt had been married, right? And I think it was just a couple times based on my research. But
I thought he was. I swear on the Paperback Warrior episode that it was just the one time that he was just married, and that was it.
Which is it's funny. You based on the way his books present marriage, you'd think that he had been married like numerous times and hated it, but maybe he had just hatred of one marriage. So, I don't know. Maybe
he just had a friend who had a terrible marriage who would come over and whine to him, and he'd be like, "Tell me more."
He's like, "Women, right?"
It slowly drags over his typewriter. Tell me more about your problems.
Yeah. Well, you consider some of the other titles of his books. Unfaithful Wives, The Cheaters, The Actor and His Mistress, Affair with Lucy.
It could just be what sold, though.
Yeah.
Could just be writing to the market.
Yeah, his editor or whatever could have been like, we need another one like Unfaithful Wives.
Mm-hmm.
This is why. You guys, he was only 5'5".
Stop. You and the short stuff.
This is just little man syndrome. I'm sorry. That's what it is.
Gosh.
To the guy who's 6'7". Everything is
6'5".
little man syndrome.
Yeah,
How guilty
well,
that each.
that whole genre is, sex is the marketing angle, but in the actual story is like all about entrapment. People getting trapped in a situation that they can't get out of, and then becoming desperate, and things turn bad, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I loved it. I don't know what Tim's talking about, but all right, let's get back to the narrative here. So he's at town with Norma and talking about her naked body in the magazine, and they're drinking, and then he makes a move, and she rebuffs him.
Mhm.
She says, "I saw you with Linda. I saw you with that lady. Like you're not messing around with me. You're messing around with this married woman. You're just messing around all around."
Which only makes him want her more.
Oh yeah. So he's mad and drunk. It's drunk
Yeah,
driving.
playing hard to get, huh?
Oof. And so here's where we have the part that you were talking about, Tim, where he's on the way home, and there's the police lights and stuff, and Linda's husband has crashed into a pole. He's dead, which makes her
Dun dun dun.
a widow.
So, yeah.
There we go.
So now Frank is dead. So he's like thinking on his way home, like, oh wow, so like Frank's dead. Now I can just have Linda right away.
That's
And-
the other thing. It's like,
And guess
dude
what?
just
Linda's
died right in front of
line
you.
for this $50,000, man. This is like the greatest trip to town for him ever.
The corpse is barely cold and in the ground, and he's making his move.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally the same day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
like I said earlier, he gets back to the place, and he's just sitting back, knocking back a bunch of beers. Doesn't tell anyone what happened. Doesn't tell anybody what he saw. Just sitting in the kitchen, drinking by himself, enjoying the evening.
Something wrong with that, Tim?
Absolutely
So
nothing. Continue with the
judgmental.
story, Nick.
Let's see. He tries to get Linda to hook up, but she's not having it. She's got him. She knows it. She knows she's got him.
Mm-hmm.
But
It becomes more transactional at that point.
oh yeah, yeah. She's not doing anything unless he does something at first.
Mm-hmm. Well, she also wants to play it super safe because now she fully realizes, okay, now I'm what's her name, Mrs. Sprague's only living relative. Now I have to be the doting daughter-in-law now. I gotta play this up. I gotta act like I've been utterly destroyed, and I gotta schmooze up to my mother-in-law. I gotta make sure what's coming to me is coming to me. And I can't have Jerry macking on me all the time, because we don't want to think that, oh my gosh. Guys, stop throwing money at the chat.
Don't stop. Pay Nick. He needs a better internet because he's fuzzy. You look good now, Nick. I'm joking.
Oh, thank
But
you.
yeah, she goes and says like, "Oh, isn't it so tragic? My husband died and your son died, Mom." And it's the first time she's ever said that, and Orrie was or not Orrie, but the protagonist is just like, "Oh, gross!" Like,
Yeah, at one point he's like, I almost threw up having to hear that. Yeah.
Mhm. Mother, I'll be here for you. You're not alone. I'll be here for you, Mom.
Yeah, all he wanted to do was get Linda and leave. He really didn't. He didn't care about the money.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
There, Jeff. Are you happy? So yeah, so she's in line for this inheritance, and this is let's see. This is when. Oh, he's mad because Linda won't let him touch it anymore. So he goes to town, and he's going to visit Norma. But so they go down. Yeah, they go to the bar again. There's lots of bar scenes. Everyone's drinking.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, this is like what an alcoholic life is. This was
He's speaking from personal experience.
yes, yes, yeah. This is exactly what it's like. It's brutal. It was sad. I was like, oh god, it's kind of hard to read. So he's just like driving back and forth and hitting on whoever's there, and Norma is like still denying him, and he gets really angry. And then he goes back to the Dell, back to the boarding house, and goes straight for Linda's cabin. This is like the day after her husband is dead. And he's really pushy, and he's trying to get her to drink. And she she drinks a little, but she won't touch him. And then she tells him that it was a mistake. And he's angry and leaves, and he passes by the cabin of his old boss, Sparks, Norma's dad, and he has a drink with him.
Yeah.
And this is where he just starts talking about how
he tries to convince this guy to forgive his daughter for posing nude in the magazines. And be like, hey, everybody does it, you know.
It's cool. We like it.
Yeah, and that is so like an alcoholic thing where you're like, when he's sober and she's telling him, like, could you just talk to my dad? And he's like, yeah, sure, I'm gonna do that, right?
Yeah,
and then he's like,
it was her idea that
he's like, well, I'll talk
to her dad.
I'll talk to your dad. Yeah, your daughter naked, it's fine.
Dude, look at the chats there. You're getting rich here, Nick.
What are you guys doing? I have internet. I just updated it. I have those little pods that go everywhere. It's not the internet. I don't know what it is. There is so much manliness in one place. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, yeah, he went for her cabin. Thank you, Mark.
Nick, when he puts cabin in quotes like that, Tim, he is not referring to an actual place of residence, but rather a part of the female anatomy.
I understand. I understand. I did make it through this book in one piece. Thank you, Jay.
So based on that, you're saying that Mrs. Sprague's sump pump is not a real sump pump.
We have a sexual innuendo competition that we challenge the commenters for.
Well, there's always Frank's broken down car. You know, we understand that's representative of his shattered masculinity. So.
Oh, that's witty.
I didn't even get that. Yeah, that's smart. Probably ED because he has, he's got some whiskey D, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but beware of the sump pump.
To be fair, our viewpoint protagonist never sees said sub pump. We don't know if it's an actual sump pump or not. We don't know what's down in that basement.
Yeah, this whole time she's been going up and down the stairs. The sump pump. Linda is like eyeing Jerry, like, what if she falls? Then we'll be rich. But Jerry he doesn't care. He's just drinking and trying to get it in everywhere.
Yeah, he also doesn't catch her drift for a while because he's stupid. He's just like, oh yeah, she really needs to be careful. She's just like, oh, stupid idiot. And finally, it takes a while mid-coitus. She's like, no, we could kill her and take and sell this for $50,000. We could murder her. And he's like, oh yeah.
Oh, right. The old sump pump needs greasing.
I don't think you grease a sump pump, Duncan.
Oh, you gotta take care of your sump pumps.
All those repressed problems seeping into their lives through the sump pump.
All right, so then we have that. Next is that horrible chapter where
Oh yeah.
Jerry's not taking no for an answer from Norma.
Mhm.
That was a total bummer.
That was
That
a
was
bummer.
like it was unnecessary.
Yeah, it was gratuitous.
Yeah, it sucked, and she's not even like mad about it. I mean, she
Yeah,
is, but
that
just like,
that
come on,
really
dude.
pissed me off because it's like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, you're gonna put this scene in the book, and then afterwards the woman's just like, but you know, it would be okay if you loved me. It's like, what? No,
I
no.
know. Yeah,
We should get married. It's like, no, you should go to the police.
Yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, that was terrible.
Mm-hmm.
So the next day, him and Linda, and that's all he wanted. He was just like, okay, whatever, she's done. I think he might have had like guilty thoughts on the way home.
Yeah, but he quickly drowned those out. He
Yeah,
did have the guilty thoughts, but yeah, you're right there, Jeff. That's when we lost his last shred of being sympathetic with him.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, Nat, you're a monster. Sorry, bud.
yeah. He wasn't. I know. I was with him until that point. It was not good. So then the next day, him and Linda go down to the swimming hole. You guys ever been to the swimming hole?
That's right.
Oh yeah, you know we have.
I have. Yeah. I'm
You
in
know
Ohio.
you're reading Southern noir when there's a swimming hole.
Yeah. I've been to many swimming holes.
Because everybody's sweaty all the time. They need to cool down, you know.
Exactly.
All that unbridled lust is just kind of making them overheat.
So they're at the swimming hole, and finally she reciprocates his advances. So finally she gets another little taste.
At this point, this guy's getting laid like twice a day.
Mm-hmm. And then she goes, "Do you really love me?" And he's like, "Yes. Oh God, yes. Do I love you?"
So stupid.
And she's like, "Well, would you do anything for me?"
Oh,
And here's where he's like, shit. Like, oh man, I know what's coming.
Trapped.
Totally.
You know, Jerry doesn't really drive the story at all. He just kind of drifts through it, and it makes everything feel sort of inevitable when it happens to him, because he lacked any kind of agency to make any real decisions. So he just kind of gets into these situations where he can only react, right?
Mm.
Yeah, everything is just his basic desire.
Yeah.
Everything is just surface level. It's just getting drunk and having sex.
yeah.
That's all he cares about.
Mhm.
He didn't even care about the money anymore. He's making $40. Yeah, he doesn't. He's got.
Yeah. He does get clean for a week, but then quickly dives right back down the bottle.
Yeah. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So let's see. So then we get, and then he's still drinking, and he goes back to Norma's. So he's just bouncing back and forth.
Well, so that's the night where he gets like super ultra mega plastered, and like and like his inner dialogue is going all over the place. He's sitting at the bar and he keeps ordering drinks. The guy's like, "I think I should cut you off." No, it's okay. I'm fine. He just keeps giving him drink after drink after drink.
Well, he keeps blacking out and then coming back.
Right, exactly.
Give me another.
Yeah.
And he shows up at Norma's door proposing marriage.
Uh-huh.
Like annihilated. She's like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, we're good. I'm good, bro.
I can't believe that didn't work. You know, you sexually assault a woman in your car, and then you show up the next night absolutely hammered and ask her to marry you. Wow, I can't believe that tactic failed.
Yeah. So does the author mention anything this dude eats? Yeah, there's lots of talk of them cooking food for the restaurant.
He's bad at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is very grim. Like even like them working. It's just everything is so depressing.
No,
It's
it's not.
like,
Not everything, because every time they do the dishes, this happened 3 times in the book. Every time they do the dishes, the front of Linda's dress gets wet and it's see-through.
yeah. It inevitably gets soaking wet. And at one point, Jerry even asks her, "How does this keep happening?" And what did she say? She's like, "What? It's fine. I just get wet sometimes." It's like, oh.
Ugh.
Do you think Orrie Hitt did that on purpose where he's just pointing out how stupid it is?
Maybe.
He's like, oh, and her shirt gets wet again. Like, God, I can't take writing this crap. I'm gonna
Right,
point it
right,
out.
right. After the second time it gets wet, he's like thinking, should I give her an apron? Nah.
So this is when, after that bender is when he quits drinking for a while. And then obviously Linda can't have that. So she wants to go to town. They go together. She wants to go to a bar. And he's like, okay. But he's drinking ginger ale. And then in a second, he's back to drinking the whiskey.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. He lasted. His sobriety literally lasted through one ginger ale. Then he's like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, he's got Linda there, He's at the bar.
Yeah.
This is the bar where he left his cheese, right?
His butter.
Or the butter.
He left the butter, yeah.
He leaves the butter at the bar, and when the bartender sees him, he's like, "Hey, by the way, I found your butter." He's like, "You can keep it."
Orrie made a big deal about this butter because
really
they brought it up
did.
later when Miss Sprague was like, "And you never brought me that butter that I told you to pick up. It's coming out of your check." Who cares about the butter?
Stick it up your sump pump.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so you would think that you would feel sorry for the old lady, but actually she sucks too because
Yeah, she does.
She makes Linda an indentured servant. She works for free in order to live there, and she lowers Jerry's pay.
Well, also she enables her jerk, her motorist a-hole son who neglects his wife to go work on his car 24/7. Doesn't even have a job. She just keeps paying him, and he keeps blowing all the money on car parts
and booze. Plus, we found out she has $10,000 socked away in the bank.
It's true,
just sitting there.
Imagine what that would be in today's money.
Oh, I know.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the butter's a metaphor. I don't think that one was a metaphor.
Yeah. You can try to explain it, Austin, but I don't think it's a metaphor.
No, I don't think it's that smart.
So once they're at the bar and she gets him wasted, or he gets wasted, whatever, they finally decide that they're actually going to kill this woman.
Yeah. And then he's just down with it. He's like, all right, we're doing this. Let's plan it. I'll kill her. Sure. Why not?
So he gets the tripwire.
Yep.
And sets it up at the basement stairs. And then Linda's outside in her tiny Vampirella bathing suit.
Oh, it got tied too loose.
And the old lady comes home after I think the preacher took her to town, gave her a ride to town.
Yeah, well, so that's important.
That's not innuendo. He literally just took her to town.
Yeah, no, but that's important though. Keep that in mind. The preacher did take her into town right before she came home.
Oh, Mark did some math for us. 10,000, 1950 is 137,000.
Yeesh.
Who picks these books? I did. I picked this one. It's awesome. Except for that one chapter. I loved everything about it except for that chapter. So, she comes back to town, and then, of course, she goes right for that sump pump, and down the stairs she goes. Splattered, breaks her hip and her face or neck. I don't remember.
It was her neck, yeah.
Yeah, her neck. So
Well, at one point, Jerry is like, well, he hears her fall down the stairs, and he has a thought, oh, God, what if she's not dead? Do I club her to death with something? And I was like, oh, no.
Oh, God.
These are the questions you have to ask yourself in that situation, Tim.
I mean, yeah, fair. But like in that moment, I'm like, oh gosh, are we gonna read a paragraph of this man clubbing an old lady to death?
Yeah, well, things got dark.
We did.
Who could have seen this coming?
Anyone who had ever read an Orrie Hitt novel, apparently.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh wow, they got away with it. This is great. They're gonna get the $50,000. She's gonna split it. He goes out to bathing suit Linda. He's like, she's dead. Let's call the doctor. The police come, and everything is looking great. This is gonna work out well.
Mm-hmm.
And then while they're sitting at the kitchen table, Linda is like, looks right at the cop and is like, this wasn't an accident. Jerry did it on purpose. He has the wire in his pocket. So she rats him out. She flips. Because that was her plan all along.
Now, the police, do they not? No, they do not question how Linda knows that Jerry has.
She says, he was talking about trying to kill her. I tried to convince him otherwise.
Is that what it was?
He said,
okay,
I'm going to make her trip down the stairs. Yeah. Oh, gosh.
That one's not winning the extra copy of the book, Keith. I'm sorry.
It made her kind of a femme fatale in a way, but not in the way that they usually are.
No. I don't know. I was kind of disappointed by that because I was like, okay, it's a plot twist, but I kind of saw that one coming a mile away.
Oh yeah.
I kind of thought it would have been more. I don't know. We can talk about the ending, and then I'll discuss like what I thought was going to happen. But
well, there isn't much left. Jerry is getting carried off as the preacher shows up, and the old lady had forgotten her. Spoiler alert! Spoil every book, dude. What are you talking about? It's a book club. It's not a review. So Mrs. Sprague forgot her pocketbook, and it turns out that he was taking her to town to change her will to leave everything to the church. So Linda gets nothing.
Yep.
Wah wah.
So Linda gets nothing. Jerry gets sent to prison, death sentence.
That's right. They give him the chair. Yeah.
And then what happens to Linda? Anybody?
She takes pills and ODs.
She kills herself. The end.
Oh, such a
everybody
fun
live
book.
Happily ever after.
Yeah. Very
Nobody
uplifting.
even lives ever after.
So uplifting.
Yeesh.
Jeff, nice.
Nice. I'm with you, Jeff. I loved it. I don't know what to tell you. It was an opera.
Mm-hmm.
It was a white trash opera.
It's a white trash soap opera. That's what it said.
White trash soap opera. Last one's book sounded better. Oh, you're crazy.
What did we do last? I don't even remember.
The Devil Will Drag You Under.
The Devil Will Drag You Under was better than this.
No way.
If it
Kris-
was the same length, it would be better. The Devil was fat. I started this morning.
Yeah, but you always do that. So
They don't tell you what happens to Norma.
They do.
She and her dad try to like get they try to appeal to people to get Jerry's sentence reduced or to help him out or whatever, and they're unable to. He just gets sent to the electric chair. So, but that was it. That's the last we hear about her.
So, yeah. So not a happy ending. No climax. That was a huge climax.
Oh, he's making a joke.
I don't think it was the climax that Goatman was expecting, though.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So, Kris, obviously these losers don't understand literature.
What?
Oh boy!
Don't bunch me down with him.
You just said that you thought Devil Will Drag You Under was better than this.
Well, I haven't read The Devil Dragging Me Under, so
No.
I don't know whether it is good or bad or better or indifferent.
It's better.
But did you like this? Did you like this book though?
Yes and no. I felt that it was a fun diversion from my usual reading, but I wouldn't want a steady diet of it.
Yeah.
You know? Well, especially given his penchant for sort of writing the same book over and over again. But I think that it had it's a sort of sordid, sleazy appeal, and that's what I came for, and that's what I got.
Mm-hmm. For the plot, you think the plot was like mid-tier, below mid?
Well, I actually enjoyed the way it turned out in the end. You don't want these losers to actually win the game, right?
Mhm.
You want them to suffer the consequences because they're all pretty despicable in their own ways. So when one of them goes to prison and another one is not getting what she wants or thought she was going to get, then you feel like, yeah, everybody got their just desserts.
It's poetry. This
No,
is real
it
life.
wasn't.
No.
This
Nick,
is
I draw
real
the
life
line there.
film. This is
I draw
real
the-
people.
going
There's
too
no
far.
swords. There's no axes. There's no hobbits. This is reality.
It is not, though. It is not, though. This is a book in which the drunkest man alive scores 2 of the most gorgeous women in existence. How is that possible?
Go
With
down to
booze.
You
With
got to go down to
booze.
the bar, Tim. That's all I can tell you.
Booze.
Yes.
Being drunk was his superpower. So
And everyone is drunk. It's not just him.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
That's how
Oh.
babies are made, Tim.
I refuse to call this poetry. That was taking it too far.
It's white trash poetry.
I will say for myself, I enjoyed reading this. I thought it was fun. I thought it's just dumb fun. And you're right, there is some like kind of it's very similar to watching like Trailer Park Boys or something like that. Where just like them, or like It's Always Sunny, just the most despicable humans doing despicable things. There's some type of catharsis from that. I don't know what that means or what that says. But I was bummed because they're foreshadowing this murdering the old lady, and it happens in the last like 3 pages.
Mhm.
That's my biggest bummer. Is so much story of just relational drama, getting drunk, sleeping around. It's like he should have taken that and at the start of the second act killed the old lady, and then it's cat and mouse with the police. Then it's he could have made it such a better story because it is kind of a fun tropey, let's kill the old widow for her, or kill the old woman for her money. It just could have been so much better. I think that
But
that's my bummer. The interesting thing happened in the last 5 pages.
But that's what makes it the Sleaze book and not a crime book. That's why it's not on Fossil Gold Medal. It was on Beacon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like he had to write it that way because that's what that mark is calling for. They had to put all that stupid drunk back and forth sexual stuff in there. But yeah, it did get really tedious right in the middle.
Yeah.
It was just like, who cares? Like,
But the thing is, he could have left every bit of Sleaze in here and just taken the murder and moved it forward. Even 20 pages would have lifted a lot of weight.
do you think it would have been better drawn out?
Yes.
Her like flipping on him, making it longer.
Yes. Yeah. Not the flipping. Save the flipping for the end. But the police come around. There's different ways they could have done. They could have had the police investigate it, and then when she finally got enough pressure, then she flips on. Or there's multiple different ways they could have done it. But it was just, it was so rushed. It was like you could tell he was like, "I'm on my last pack. I'm on my last cigarette here. I gotta go to the store. I gotta get this out. Okay, I betrayed you." Then we all got murdered.
His wife is like, Orrie, are you gonna go to the store and get the butter or what?
The butter.
He's like, oh no, I left it at the bar.
Damn butter. Here's where your butter is.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
think
he was
you're
gonna-
right about that. If they had moved the murder up earlier and sort of made more drama out of that end bit, that would have been more interesting.
But I love that
buttered the
she's
steps. If he buttered the steps,
Butters the steps.
or if you're still alive, you need an editor. Call me.
buttered the steps. That's genius.
Nick,
You're
that's
right.
actually
That's
kind
genius.
of genius. I love that.
Harder to clean up after the fact, though.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
The cops would have been like, well, here's your problem.
You got butter all over the steps.
Fucking butter everywhere.
Steps to the sump pump are all buttered.
I love that she had planned it all along. I love that it was just right up until the second, and she was just like, as soon as it happened, she was like, he did it.
Well, here's the thing that kind of got me. Because we keep talking about how, you know, Jerry's absolute scum throughout the whole book, but he keeps having that inner dialogue with his wife. He keeps saying, Mary, what's wrong with me? Mary, please help me. I don't know why I'm doing this. Mary, please, over and over and over again. And I thought, wouldn't it be awesome if at the very end, not that it like redeems him anyway, because he's still an awful human being, but wouldn't it be awesome if Jerry's the one who ends up tripping and falling down the stairs and dying? I mean, obviously, it's a first-person point of view, so like, how would that work? But I don't know. I thought it would be like some kind of. I thought it would be more justified, I guess, if like the last second he has a change of heart. He's like, you know what? I can't do this. I can't kill this old woman. And like she's about to walk down the stairs. He pushes her out of the way, and then he himself falls down the stairs. And we end with the last thing I saw was that sump pump in the basement.
He tried to warn her. He's like, no, stop. She's like, shut up. I know what I'm doing with my sump pump. Ah!
Oh, that's right.
But he did try to stop her.
He did.
I can imagine Orrie getting to that point in the story and thinking, yeah, wouldn't it be great if he was the one who tripped down the stairs and died? Oh shit, it's in first person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh well.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard read. Like this book's super short, and the pacing is just it's breakneck pacing. I gotta admit though, it took me forever to read just because every once in a while I'd stop and be like, "Hey, I should read that Michael Moorcock novel. I should read that other science fiction book that's sitting on my shelf." And it just, I don't know, I kept spacing it out. So it's fine. In the words of our good friend Brian, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
3.5.
Yeah, 2.5.
Well, I absolutely loved how terrible everyone was. I felt like I have met these people before in the alcoholic bar world.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, totally. Like this is just like total schlubby working class. I mean, construction workers, and I just loved the setting. I loved it. It just felt so sweaty, right? Like, it was just
very
like,
sweaty. Yep.
Like, God, this is so uncomfortable and hot, and just the sun baking your brain, making you do these bad decisions. You need so much water in your body, and you just keep drinking alcohol, just making the worst possible decisions, driving all over town.
Which the car's breaking down. It's rickety. It doesn't work. Of course, the windshield wipers don't work.
Yeah,
Well, you've got economic rot, you got emotional rot, sexual rot.
Yeah, it's just terrible, and I just loved it. Except for the one chapter. Let me just make that very clear. That was sucked. You took that out, and I actually kind of like him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's very interesting, and you do feel bad for him. You don't know what he's going to do. You know he's going to do. You know he's going to fall for it. He's an idiot. But
there's a lot of people like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you took that chapter out, it's all good. I mean, all he had to do was make Norma into it, and then him just be like, "Nope, it's just a fling." She would still act the same way. Like, I still want to get married, and he could still have that, like, "Oh, here's the angel, here's the devil." The Norma's the angel girl, you know. Here's Linda. I know she's no good. She looks good in that bathing suit.
At that point, I'm assuming it's just to. I mean, it's probably just for shock value. You know.
Oh yeah.
He probably decided like this book isn't sleazy enough, so just turn it up just a little tiny bit more.
Yeah, unfortunately, in a lot of those sleaze books, they throw it in there, and it sucks because I purposely looked for one that didn't have it in it. So,
are you saying we should have read The Wayward Girl?
No, they said that one is even more.
Oh no! Okay,
let's read it
right now.
Let's go right now.
Welcome to Rolling Shorties.
Don't watch the last Rolling Shorties episode.
I don't know what that means.
You haven't watched my... What kind of friend are you? You don't watch my videos.
I tried to, but the sound was so terrible.
It gets better once I fix it.
So yeah, so there we go. There's little Timmy's first sleaze book. Thanks everyone for joining in.
Thank you for introducing me to the genre, Nick.
Tell your parents I'm sorry. You were like, Mom, Dad, don't watch this episode.
I don't know. I think I was a little disappointed.
You thought it was going to be sleazier?
I wanted Cherry Delight. You know what I mean? I wanted...
let's give
the people what they want. You know?
Sex sells.
This is just low cut bathing suits. One pieces. Not even bikinis. What are we doing here, kids?
They're like 20 years apart. So Cherry Delight, you know, it's got to go with the time, so it's a little more risque. Cherry Delight does have graphic sex scenes in it, though.
Yeah.
When did it come out?
Cherry Delight is from the 70s, I think.
Yeah.
That's Gardner F. Fox.
That's Tim's second favorite author.
That is not true. I mean, he's not bad. I like Gardner Fox, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tim, are you going to read more sleaze or what?
Probably not unless we do it for E.E.B.S. I mean, I'm not opposed to doing it again for E.E.B.S, but I don't think I'm going to be reaching for another sleaze anytime soon.
Do you know what this is?
Yeah, I know. I'm a square. I'm sorry. I'm a homeschooled Christian boy. Get over it, Nick.
Oh, what we should do next time on your channel, Nick, is a gothic with the paperback warrior.
I'm fine with doing a gothic. I've been fascinated by those ever since you started talking about them on your channel.
Yeah.
Kris, do you like gothic books?
You know, I have never read any of those gothics, but I've always admired the covers because it's always the same thing: a woman running away from a mansion.
Yep.
So
with one light on.
I've always wondered, what is she running from?
Yeah, it's usually someone trying to kill her. A gothic is kind of like a sleaze in the aspect that they're both like mysteries, kind of crimes, but they're just focused on one's focused on the gothic one and one's focused on sleaze. But if you just changed it a little bit, it would just be a regular hard-boiled. Well, maybe not hard-boiled, but maybe not. I'm stretching it.
It just depends on how much titillation is in it.
There's no titillation in gothic books,
right?
Not if we. But I'm saying let's go to the gothic sleaze subgenre.
Oh no!
I don't know.
Save it for a future anthology, Jake.
It's an underserved niche. Yes.
Yeah. We'll find it.
Andrea loves when I give definitions.
You have to make it very clear for her charts and graphs, spreadsheets.
All right, so that was the widow, everyone. So let's what's going on? Kris, how are you doing, man?
How am I doing?
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing, brother? I saw your channel's getting a lot of subscribers there.
Well, it was funny because the algorithm grabbed me in January, and my subscribers went up quite a lot over like a 2-month period, and then it just slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's the way it goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I had one video grab the algorithm or whatever, and that's the way it was too. It was like you got a bunch at once, and then it just goes right kind of back to normal, right back to where it was.
But I've also slowed down my production too. I'm not doing 2 long videos a week anymore because I need some extra time to work on a writing project. So, there's only so many hours in the day. And so as soon as I can get that side project done, maybe I'll get back to doing more content on the channel. Just trying to keep it up at this point, do something every week.
So to anyone out there who has never seen Kris's channel before, you cover kind of
Sleaze.
Not Sleaze. Actually, the only time Kris talks about Sleaze is on this channel.
That's true. It's true.
You're bringing us all down, Nick.
I guess there was an episode where I talked about when Robert Silverberg wrote Sleaze a little bit, but
that's right. That's what started it. Because I was watching that and I was like, let's talk about Sleaze, dude.
I kind of like that whole thing, that whole phenomenon of people who regularly wrote science fiction or crime who dabbled in sleaze to make ends meet. I think that's a very interesting sort of crossover phenomenon that happened only in this. Well, maybe it didn't happen only in the 60s. Maybe it happened in, other periods as well, the 70s, the 80s, but I'm not sure. It requires more research.
I think you're right. I think it was only back then.
Yeah, maybe because writers weren't getting as much for each book back in those days. And then suddenly, like in the 70s and 80s, they were getting more money. So they didn't have to.
It's a shame. Did Ellison write Sleaze also?
I think so. You're talking about Harlan Ellison? I think he did a bit, but of course he didn't write science fiction exclusively either. He did some other like juvenile delinquent stories. So I guess that may be the closest he got to Sleaze.
Juvies. Yeah, I vaguely remember reading that Harlan Ellison was the one who got Robert Silverberg to write Sleaze. That he had got that the science fiction had died off, and then he got a job doing the men's adventure magazines.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Rob, come over here.
Yeah, that rings a bell. And I wonder, I can't remember, did Philip K. Dick do anything like that, or was he strictly science fiction?
Yeah, I think he was later on, wasn't he?
Well, no, I mean, he came up in the 60s too, so.
Yeah?
Oh. Yeah.
I don't remember seeing his name doing that.
Science fiction, though.
You figure with his name, he would have.
Okay. Low-hanging fruit much.
Dick.
Yeah,
get it, Jake? Jake's not.
I get it. I get every innuendo.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Because it's on a lag. So we're in line.
I really enjoyed the Gods Hate Kansas review.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's silly. It's a silly book.
With a great cover.
Great cover. It is a fun book. I think you can read that book in one sitting, too. It's really short.
That was one of the Monarchs, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yep.
A Monarch science fiction?
The only science fiction that Joseph Miller Did. Look at that.
Huh.
Look at that silliness.
Is this the one you just put out today?
Yeah, but you didn't watch it because you don't watch my videos.
I was out all day. Who puts the video up on Saturday?
I really like the music in that movie adaptation.
Oh, I only put a small snippet of it. That whole thing has music that is so blaring, so wild, just this driving, insane jazz. And there's one section like with a huge elongated fight sequence when it's just somebody on a snare drum going. Brr, brr, brr. It is so ridiculous and over. The music's actually great. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it sounded good.
Mm.
Oh well.
It's been stuck in my head. That and
what was the movie version? They came from beyond space.
They came from beyond space. That and Paul from Check Your Shelf going, "That's just science." Has been stuck in my head literally all week.
Yeah, and you kept slowing it down. That's just yeah, it was pretty funny. I actually watched that over breakfast.
Nice.
While we were live streaming.
Again, man, I look on the internet. I'm like, okay, what time is it going to be? Oh, 10 a.m. for me. Okay, cool. And then I find out that I'm wrong.
So, Jake, what Kris is saying is he's late because of you.
Yeah, it's all right. I'll take it.
Oh well. Anyway, yeah, you're all late evening now.
Yeah, it's 9:30.
Yep,
Yeah.
9:30 where me and Nick are.
8:30.
My day has just begun.
Nice. It's in the future.
He is in the future. That's crazy.
Yeah, I am in the future.
You're gonna read Wayward Girl for your day.
The face says right now.
You might remember what I said earlier, that I don't want a steady diet of Orrie Hitt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I'll get around to it sometime when I've got that itch, for the hot, sweaty, sordid, sleazy action.
The hot, sordid, sweaty action that only copious amounts of alcohol can quench.
Yeah, really. That's another thing. That's another thing about these books. You feel like, oh man, I need a drink.
Yeah, because it just seems like so much fun.
Right.
Will you marry me?
No.
All right, well, that's an hour and a half, even though Kris has only been here for 45 minutes.
It's all
I'll
right.
never get to the end of this.
You still get the full wage. You still get paid the same.
Oh.
All right, so yeah. So you guys want to? I mean, do you guys got anything going on? Anything special you want to talk about coming up?
Should I just talk about what we're doing for the next E.E.B.S, or do you want me to actually talk about what projects I've got working on?
Next E.E.B.S. We don't care what you're doing.
Yeah, just whatever. All right, so for the next episode of the Elusive Exclusive Book Society, which will be happening on my channel, we're still honing in on a date for that. It'll probably be late next month, like we usually do with these. But we will be reading The King of Elfland's Daughter by Lord Dunsany, or Dunsany, however you pronounce that. I've heard it both ways. And as our special guest, we'll have our good friend Kris from Liminal Spaces back on here, as well as Austin from Eternal Reading.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for that. Yes, Nick, you made me read a sleazy crime novel. I'm going to make you read a 100-year-old fantasy novel. So take that.
Not just a fantasy, a unicorn fantasy.
A romantic unicorn.
It's a romantic unicorn fairy fantasy.
I'm excited.
You should be. Buckle in, buddy.
I went to go look for that book today at Half Price Books. Is it going to be in the science fiction fantasy section, or is it in the general fiction section?
It should be in the science fiction fantasy setting.
It's in the Lord Dunsany section.
Yeah, Lord Dunsany. Yeah.
I looked out. I had it in a giant anthology. So I lucked out.
Okay. What the heck? You froze all of a sudden, Jake.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's in a flattering pose.
Kris says it's supposed to be great.
That's what I hear. The thing is, everyone who talks about this book says that this is like a touchstone of the fantasy genre. It inspired Tolkien. Everyone who likes fantasy needs to read this at some point. So,
Yeah, Deb says it's often in literature. That's what I was.
Really?
I was at
Okay.
the store and I was like, I don't see any of this guy's books at all. So I was like, oh, you know what? Maybe it's over in that highfalutin section that I never look at.
Is
Like,
it in
what,
the
Tim?
Is it in the Penguin Classics? Maybe I don't know.
I believe there is a Penguin Classics edition. If not, there's definitely a what's it called, an Oxford edition.
Oh yeah, maybe.
So yeah, you might want to check literature now that I think about it.
Well, anybody named Lord Dunsany,
Yeah, pretty much.
has to get the classy treatment.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Thanks, Deb.
It reminds me.
No, see, I skimmed through a little bit of it earlier. It's not that bad. The prose is not that bad. If you can read Lord of the Rings, you can read this book.
Reminds me of that old SNL skit that has various characters coming into this room. It's set in like 1880s or whatever, and they say Lord and Lady Douchebag.
What era was that in?
Oh, that was the Bill Murray era.
Oh, that's way back. Yeah.
Yeah. You can find it on YouTube.
Lord Dunsany's the widow. Now that I would read.
That.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
Pinky's out as you read it. You see what you're doing to us, Tim?
Oh yeah.
I got to class it up a little bit.
Characterization is older style.
I like older style characters. I'm all down for that kind of thing. You're making it sound even better, Deb. But yes, that is what we're doing for next E.E.B.S. So Kris and Austin will be joining us. It'll be a great time.
All right. We'll see.
I'll tune in.
What do you got going on, Kris?
Coming up next on the channel, I've got a video on 3 different science fiction books that have a sort of satirical edge. The video is called It's a Cosmic Joke, but the books themselves are Dimensions of Miracle.
Perfect.
By Sheckley, Doorways in the Sand by Zelazny, and Kurt Vonnegut's Sirens of Titan.
Nice.
And
Dimensions was one of my favorite stories I read a couple years ago. It's awesome.
Yeah. So that's coming up next weekend. And then after that, I'm working on something else, but I'm not ready to make any announcements. But it's in the meantime, I'm working on a novel, and that's coming along. That's kind of a near future science fiction story about cognitive enhancement.
Wow, nice. A whole novel, right? Not a short story?
Yeah, whole freaking novel. Yeah, it's a labor of love. Hopefully it'll be more than that someday.
Are you planning on releasing it yourself, or are you going to
I think I'll pitch it to some publishers first before I decide to do self-publishing.
like major publishers?
Whoever, really.
Yeah.
I have to start with a literary agent. So ultimately they're going to decide whether they can get it into a major publisher or not.
Yeah.
These days it's so hard to know if you can get into a major publisher because there's so much paranoia about AI writing and stuff like that, that, you know, unless they know you, they probably don't trust you. So
Yeah, it's almost as hard to get a editor to pick or an actual literary agent to pick you up as it is to
yeah,
accept somewhere. It's ridiculous.
yeah. So I'm gonna see what happens, you know, and I like the story. Otherwise, I wouldn't be writing it, right? But getting other people interested is always, that's a challenge. But we'll see.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
exciting. I have such a hard time writing the short stories for our stuff. I can't, like, writing a novel. I'm just like, oh my God.
You know, it's a process. What can I say? You know, to come up with an idea that can be sustained over a novel, then you have to kind of think about the overall structure, and it's there's quite a bit to it, I must say. But it's I've written a couple of long pieces before, so I'm getting more accustomed to thinking in that longer time frame. But
Yeah. What do you mean by long? Do you mean like this long or modern Brandon Sanderson?
probably in the 250 to 300 page range.
Okay.
It certainly it could be shorter, tighter, but I don't think it could be longer without putting in a lot of padding.
Yeah.
You know, when I see a big novel like that, I think that it's probably over padded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Maybe they are.
every time I've read a long novel, I've thought, "Ah, they don't really need all of this detail,
Yep.
you know." Like what's a sort of classic example in my mind is the girl with the dragon tattoo, which was really popular like 20 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I remember reading it and thinking, I don't need to know what this guy's having for breakfast. Why are they going into so much detail on this?
I just talked about that kind of thing in my last video. I can't stand when people do that in novels. It's like it doesn't need to be all in there. You just need to keep the story going. Give us the highlights. Give us the stuff that really matters. We don't
Yeah.
need to know what they were talking about over afternoon tea. It's just
They got to justify charging $40 for it.
well, that's the other thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I hate it so much.
So I'm trying to make mine kind of as lean and mean as possible, but yeah, your mileage may vary. You might read it and think, oh God, he didn't need all of this. So
Do you have chapters where the guy gets drunk and then drives to town and talks to this girl and drinks some more, and then he goes back? Here, you got a question, Kris.
I should have that, right?
Can you see that on your screen?
Book with you harvested the characters from. Yeah, okay. Right. So I took some of the characters from a book that I couldn't get anyone interested in about the future of drone technology. But no, there's no like plot overlap at all with that story, except the settings are somewhat similar, and I have some of the same characters. But otherwise, yeah, there's no futuristic drone tech. No, there is, but not in the same way. But because it's a near future science fiction story and it takes place on Earth, I tried to think about all the things that are presently happening and in development and extrapolating into the future 20 years and seeing where they are then, you know, and how people will use drones, how people will use augmented reality glasses, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's all I'll say on the matter at this point. But I'm also kind of making some videos for my channel where I talk about what's behind the book And I'm putting that into a member area and seeing if I can sort of develop the channel a little more in that direction, but we'll see. No grand plans.
That's cool. It's kind of the Seinfeld playbook. They're like, oh, let's make a show where you can see how the comedian got their material.
Yeah, in a
Right?
way.
Like, oh, this is
In a
where the
way.
ideas came from in reality, and here's how it portrays into the fiction.
Yeah.
I thought it was a show about nothing.
All right, fellas.
All right.
I think that's all. Keith's got one last joke. Brian Sanderson's The Widow, book 1 of 8, 900 pages.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, he'd do it too.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for watching. We don't have our end clip. I don't know why I can't load any of the clips. It's some technical problems today.
Mm.
But
Those are the only problems we've had today.
Yeah, thanks, Kris, for coming on. Don't leave after I turn this off.
All right. My pleasure. Nice to see you guys.
All right, so we're out of here. End
All right.
stream